I'm going to do some different number base subtraction. Okay, so working in binary first of all, we're going to do 1 take away 1, which is 0. Then we're going to try and do 0 take away 1, but we can't do that, so we need to borrow from the next column. So remember, each column represents the next set of 2's. So in decimal, we'd be borrowing a 10, this exchanging a 10, this time we're exchanging a 2. So unfortunately, we reduce the number of 2's to 0 here, and we're lending a 2 over here. So because it helps me think, I'm going to think, well, that's 2 add 0. So 2 add 0 is 2, take away 1 is 1. Then we've got 0 take away 0, which is 0, and 1 take away 1, which is 0. So my answer is 1 0 in base 2. Let's try in base 8 this time. Okay, so each column, if we're exchanging, the next column up is an 8. So already 4 take away 5, we can't do that, we need to exchange this. So we're going to leave that as 0, and we're going to lend an 8 over here. So we've got 8 plus 4 take away 5, so that's going to be 7. Okay. And then we've got 0 take away 7, so again we can't do that. So we're going to knock this down to 6 sets and lend an 8 over here. So we've got 8 plus 0 minus 7, which is 1. And then we've got 6 take away 4, which thankfully is just a 2, and 3. And that's our answer, base 8. Okay, and now hexadecimal, so base 16. So we're going 3 take away 4, not happy with that, so we need to exchange this one to be 1 left there, and we're lending a 16 across to the next column. So we've got 16 add 3, which is 19, and then we take away 4, which gives us 15. And 15, you need to remember, is F. Okay. Then we've got 1 take away B, and just reminding myself, B is 11. So I can't do that, so I'm going to knock this one down to be D and hand over a 16 to this column. So we've got 16 add 1, which is 17, take away 11, which is 6. And then finally we've got D, which I'm trying to remember, D would be 13 minus 5, and that gives us 8. Just double checking I have got the right numbers. Yes, that's it. Base 16. If you find this tricky, you can convert into decimal and convert back out again. So let's try the last one. So E23. That means 14 times 16 squared plus 2 times 16 to the 1 plus 3 times 16 to the 0. And then we would be subtracting 5 times 16 squared plus 11 times 16 to the 1 plus 4 times 16 to the 0. So let's just see what those numbers are. So I'm going to use my calculator. So I've got 14 times 16 squared plus 2 times 16 plus 3. So 3,619. Alright, and the other number, 5 times 16 squared plus 11 times 16 plus 4 will give me 1,460. And then I can do the subtraction on my calculator even, which that gives us 2,159. So all that remains to do is to convert this back into base 16. So I'm going to do 2,159 divided by 16. So that gives us 134 with a big remainder. So if I do 134 times 16, 2,144, and so we're 15 over. So that's remainder. Now 15 is F. So we take the quotient, 134 divided by 16 is 8. Okay, and then 134 minus 16 times 8 will give us the remainder of 6. And then if we do the quotient 8 divided by 16, we get 0, remainder 8. And we read from the bottom, so we get 8, 6, F, base 16, which is what we had before.